This is the third part of Chapter 2 for Standard 8, Health and Diseases. If you haven't watched the first two parts, please click on the link in the description box below. Hey, this video was made just for you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. The next disease we will learn about is AIDS, and the full form of it is Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome. This disease is caused by HIV, which is Human Immunodeficiency Virus. So this is a type of virus, and the name of the virus is Human Immunodeficiency Virus because it affects humans and it causes immunodeficiency in it. Means it makes the body weak so that the body cannot fight other diseases. In this disease, the victim, that is the patient, suffers from various diseases due to progressive weakening of the natural immunity. So, our body has an immunity in which the white blood cells fight against any foreign organisms that enter the body, such as bacteria, fungi, viruses, and parasites. So our body has this immunity that can fight against the pathogens. So HIV is such a virus that it decreases this immunity in our body. So because of that, we can get recurrent infections from other organisms, and therefore we become very weak. Diagnosis of AIDS cannot be confirmed without tests in medical laboratories. So, because this is a very severe disease, we have to make sure that we diagnose it correctly. Therefore, we have to do it by certain tests in medical laboratories. ELISA test is used for its proper diagnosis. So, ELISA is a test in which the patient's blood is taken and we test for this virus in the blood. And this test is required to make sure that the patient is diagnosed properly. Symptoms of AIDS are person specific. So, because the disease only weakens the immunity, so different people get different diseases and therefore they become more weak. So, the symptoms of AIDS are very specific to what the other diseases the person gets. Always remember, AIDS does not occur due to touching to and sharing the food with HIV infected persons or by nursing the HIV patients. So HIV is such a disease that does not be transmitted if you just shake the hand or hug another person or if you use the same belongings as the patient. Our behavior with HIV infected persons must be normal. Therefore, you should not treat a HIV person as an untouchable, but you should be normal with them how you would be with your friends. Do you know HIV was first reported in an African species of monkeys. According to the National AIDS Control Program and UNAIDS, 80 to 85% of HIV infections in India occur through unsafe sexual contacts. So, AIDS is how it is transmitted is because of unsafe sexual contacts. When you don't take precautions, you can get AIDS. Infection through animals. Can you tell which measures are taken at your home to control the rats? Why is it necessary to care about health of domestic dogs, cats and birds? Is there any relation between pigeons, stray animals and human health? What are the effects of rats, cockroaches on human health? So it is very important that we take care of the surroundings that we live in and which animals we come in contact with, because these animals can act as vectors, so they can carry the pathogen within them and can transmit it to us. Therefore, it is very important to live in a hygienic and safe environment. Now, the next disease we will learn about is called rabies. This is a viral disease. So, this disease is spread because of a virus. It occurs due to the bite of the infected dog, rabbit, monkey, cat, etc. So, these dog, rabbit, monkey, cat and other animals that have this disease are not transmitting it to us, but they contain a virus, and because of this virus we get the disease. Virus enters the brain via neurons. So when you get bitten by a dog or a cat that has rabies, then their saliva contains the viruses which can enter inside our neurons. And via the neurons, they can go to our brain and affect our brain. That is why it should be very carefully managed. Hydrophobia is one of the important symptoms of this disease. So, hydrophobia is when you get scared of drinking water also because it pains. So, therefore, the patients who are given water get scared of water because whenever they drink water, it hurts them. That is a very specific symptom for rabies. In this case, the victim shows extreme fear for water. That is why it is called hydrophobia. Rabies is a fatal disease. That is, if you get this disease, you will die. However, fatality can be prevented by timely vaccination before onset of symptoms. So, if you know that you have been bitten by an animal which is stray and could have got the disease, that is, you could have got rabies from that animal, then it is very important to quickly go and take the vaccination before you can get the symptoms. Because once you get the symptoms, no matter if you take the vaccination, you can die. Symptoms start to appear within 90 to 175 days of the dog bite. So, after many days, after around 3 to 4 months of the dog bite, then only you will get the symptoms. So, before that, it is very important to take the vaccine if you know that you have been bitten by a dog or a cat or any other animal which has rabies. Symptoms of rabies: fever for 2 to 12 weeks, exaggerations in behavior, and hydrophobia. So, this virus causes severe fever which will be present for 2 to 12 weeks and exaggeration in behavior. So, because this virus affects the brains, the behavior of the person would be affected and they would act abnormal than how they usually act. And hydrophobia that we seen, that is extreme fear for water. Can you tell why the animal cages and their living spaces should not be near the kitchen? So when you have pets at home, it is very important to keep their cages clean and to keep it in another room which is away from the kitchen, because their stools or their droppings could have insects or pathogens in them which, if they enter our food, could cause diseases in us. Depending upon which symptoms rabies can be identified. So we had seen earlier there was a very specific symptom for rabies, and that was hydrophobia, in which you get fear of water. So that symptom is very specific for rabies. Now we will see non-infectious diseases, in which these diseases occur because of abnormal processing within the individual and it is not transmittable to another individual. Diseases which do not occur through infections and body contacts are called as non-infectious diseases. Such diseases arise in the human body itself due to certain reasons. So, let's see some of the examples. For example, cancer. Uncontrolled and abnormal cell growth is called as cancer. So, we have trillions of cells in our body, and if any of them becomes uncontrolled and abnormal and starts multiplying without control, so that can cause cancer. Group or lump of cancerous cells is called as a malignant tumor. So when these cancerous cells multiply excessively and start invading other organs, then it is called as malignant tumor. Cancer can occur in various organs like lungs, mouth, tongue, stomach, breast, uterus, skin, and tissues like blood. So any cell in our body from any organ can start multiplying and it can cause cancer. The reasons for cancer. So why suddenly any cell in our body starts multiplying uncontrollably? Consumption of tobacco, gutka, smoking, alcoholism, lack of fiber content like not eating fruits and leafy vegetables in food, excessive consumption of junk food like pizza, burger, etc. are some of the many possible reasons. So anything that can harm our body can lead to cancer, and the main cause of cancer is smoking and alcoholism. But also, if you don't eat healthy food such as fruits and leafy vegetables and only depend on junk food like pizza and burger, then we can get cancer. Hereditary may also be a reason. So, if in the family many people are getting cancer, then the hereditary, that is the family genetic reasons, can also be a cause for cancer. Symptoms of cancer include chronic cough, hoarse voice, difficulty in swallowing, incurable scar and inflammation, lumps in the breast, unexplained weight loss. So, depending on which organ has the cancer, there can be different symptoms. So, if the cancer involves the lungs, then we can get chronic cough, hoarse voice, and difficulty in swallowing. This can also occur if the cancer is present in the esophagus or in the mouth. Then, because the cancer invades the other tissues, it can cause an incurable scar and inflammation, which is seen in this picture. If the cancer is present in the breast, then it can cause lumps in the breast. And usually all cancers have unexplained weight loss because those cancer cells take up all the nutrition that is required for the whole body, and because of that the body gets starved of that nutrition and there is weight loss. Do you know modern diagnostics and treatment of cancer? Various techniques like CT scan, MRI, mammography, biopsy are used in the diagnosis of cancer. So, if we want to know the cause of cancer and what type of cancer it is, then we have to take a biopsy of it, or we can scan it by using CT scans, MRIs, X-ray, mammography, etc. So, this is how doctors see the cancer and they think about what the treatment can be given to the patient. In case of treatment, along with conventional methods like chemotherapy, radiation therapy and surgery, modern techniques like robotic and laparoscopic surgery are also followed. So, usually when people get cancer, the main treatments include chemotherapy, that is, they are given certain drugs and medications to kill the cancer cells. Also, radiation therapy can be given, which can kill the cells that cause the cancer. And surgery. So, if the cancer is limited to a certain area, then we can do surgery and remove the cancer out. But other than these techniques, robotic and laparoscopic surgeries are also used. Always remember, controlled diet helps to prevent some types of cancer. Physical exercise along with modern treatment is more beneficial to cure the cancer. So, if the person gets cancer, it is very important for the person to observe a controlled diet and to exercise properly so that our body can fight the cancer and can kill it. Avoid addictions like tobacco, chewing and smoking, etc. So, because smoking is a very big cause of cancer, it is very important to avoid it at all costs. So, even if you smoke even a few times, it can cause hazardous effects on the body and can cause cancer as seen in this picture. Can you tell? Do you remember any person drinking the sugar-free tea or avoiding consumption of sweets? What may be the possible reason for this? So, you must have noticed anybody in your family or other people that do not take any sweets or sugar in their tea or do not eat sugar at all. Why is this? Some people have a disease called diabetes, and because of this, they have to limit the amount of sugar they take in their diet. Let's see what is diabetes exactly. So, diabetes is the next disease, which is a non-communicable disease that we will learn about. The hormone insulin produced in the pancreas controls the level of sugar and glucose in the blood. So, we have a hormone in our body which is called as insulin. And whenever we eat any food or any sweets, then the level of insulin in our body increases. And because of this, it removes all the glucose and sugar from our blood and gives it to other tissues who need it for energy. If insulin is secreted in low quantity, then glucose levels cannot be controlled. This disorder is called as diabetes. So now in these people, they have a problem in secreting the hormone insulin. And because of this, all the glucose that is there in their blood is not able to leave the blood and enter the organs. Because of this, there is a very high level of glucose in the blood. And because of that, they should limit the amount of glucose that they eat in our diet. Because otherwise, the glucose level will be too high in the blood and that will cause symptoms of diabetes. Symptoms which cannot be ignored are frequent urination at night, increased obesity, or weight loss. So, because of this, they have increased urination at night because the body tries to eliminate all the glucose that is present in the blood by urinating. That's why, if their level of sugar is very high in their blood, they will have increased amounts of urination because the body is trying to remove this glucose. Reasons for diabetes. It can be hereditary, that is, it can be present in the family, and because of that, the person gets the disease, or it can be because of obesity. So, if the disease is hereditary, then the child will have it as soon as he is born because it is passed on from the parents. But if it is caused because of obesity, then the patient will get the diabetes after he is an adult or later in life. Lack of physical exercise. So this is one cause which can cause obesity, and because of that the person can get diabetes. And mental stress. So any stress that is there in the body or any mental stress can also cause diabetes. Preventive measures. So how we can prevent diabetes from occurring? Following the proper diet, medicines and exercise under the supervision of doctor helps to keep the diabetes under control. So if we follow proper diet, that is, we do not eat too much glucose or sugar containing substances, then the patient will not have extra glucose and sugar in the blood and the symptoms will be managed properly. Also, there are certain medicines that can decrease the level of sugar in the blood, and these are also very useful in diabetes patients. Also, exercise can decrease the chance of the person getting obesity and therefore can prevent the person from getting diabetes. For the answers to this exercise and other free worksheets, please go to jkacademypro.com. This is the end of the fourth part. If you want to watch the fifth part, please click on the link in the description box below.